Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm your host, Shadorian, and with me as always is Ark and Grim.
Welcome, my friends.
Greetings!
Well,
Salutations.
in this episode, we're kinda hoping to do another... what is it, a dungeon?
Trial, technically?
Yes,
Oh.
technically a trial.
It is the last trial of ARR.
Oh god, oh my god. I'm so ready to be done with this. I'm actually going to be really into the game again once ARR is over, but we are going to have to do all of those hard mode dungeons and the other dungeons we haven't done.
That's okay. But if everyone feels the same about getting annoyed with ARR content, like, someone, subscribe, and tell us how keen you are for Ishgard.
Did you say like someone's subscribe?
I heard smommet.
You know what?
Like a vomit
Whatever.
and subscribe. Like someone's vomit and then subscribe.
Smommet.
Link us to the video of vomiting down below.
Please don't do that.
Please do it. Please
do it. Go on to Grim and Ark's specific Twitter handles.
Go on to Shade's specific Twitter handle.
I will block you. I don't want to see that shit.
It's okay. I'll subscribe to you. I'll subscribe to your channel that you send it to, as long as you subscribe to ours.
Send it to me and I'll send it to him.
I'll block him.
We'll stream it so he can't not watch it.
Don't stream it. We'll get banned.
I'll risk my personal Twitter for that.
Don't you mean Twitch?
Whatever.
I should probably start... oh man, I need an iron. I need to iron my green screen. That's the only thing that is stopping me from streaming right now, because I don't own an iron.
Well, I've got my new webcam, so I'm pretty sweet.
Indeed. The main host of...
You know what we should do? We should,
Stream horror games, what?
no, but not only that. Like, we should, like, pick a weekend each, and then, like, alternate. So that way, like, each week we're still doing a stream. And it could be anything, like, sometimes I'm just gonna stream whatever the hell I feel like playing, you know what I mean? Like, I could just be sitting there streaming Dark Souls New Game Plus Plus, because that's what I feel like playing at the time.
We could also look at streaming stuff we're recording at the time as well, so we could be streaming, like, one of us could be streaming this at the same time. Hey. Thoughts?
Yes, that could also work, especially for 14.
No,
Yeah.
no, you know why? Because you can't edit live streams.
No, but, oh yeah.
And you can't edit out what you say between episodes. Ark. Or me.
Oh, that's okay.
I still have to be a little bit careful. I didn't realize that Minfilia has little knives.
Yeah,
She has little curly boys. Is she a rogue?
She's at that age.
Oh god.
Actually, wow. Wow, jeez. I'm not sure what her technical class is. I don't think she's technically a rogue. I think they're more a design thing than anything.
I like Minfilia. I think she's got a cool design.
Well, don't get attached to the design.
Well, I'm happy to see a new design. I just liked this design. I like Alphanord's design as well, and Thancred's. I feel like
I know
Gestalt
gets another upgrade in another design change in Shadowbringers.
I've seen her new design because I play that new Fallout Tactics mobile game, which is pretty decent, admittedly. Oh, this dude's sus as.
Fallout Tactics
Oh,
mobile game.
whisper into this blue dude with the shaved sides of heads and the long white hair on top.
Are you questioning how they're in Fallout too? Are you
Ilbert.
questioning the same thing?
Who's this cloud-looking dude? Huh?
You said you play the Fallout Tactics game, which is what...
Sorry, Final Fantasy Tactics.
There we go.
There's a mobile game for it. And it's pretty good, admittedly.
Everyone should add Shade if you can do friends stuff on that. Add him. Spam him with stuff.
For every person that adds me, I will unblock and reblock Grim once.
I'm okay with this.
You don't play it, I can't block you. I'll block you.
I'll join just so he can.
I would love it if, like, if an asteroid hit the Earth, right, and everybody died and got reincarnated, I would love it if Ark reincarnated into Kanisana.
Oh, get fucked. Like 100%, like get your dick, chuck it in a fucking drawer and slam it.
I'm not gonna do that. I like my PP. Not in the drawer. And
Well,
plus,
that's
maybe then
just-
you'd learn to appreciate her.
She's terrible. Melwib for life.
It would be more ironic if I then
Came back
reincarnated as Melwib.
Melwib.
I'd be like, dude, these lanky arms are fucked.
But these guns.
But they would actually be guns. I'd actually have spindly freaking long mantis limbs, like Merlwib does.
All the better for range for your guns.
It would be worse if Merlwib turned out to actually be Merl from the Walking Dead.
Ah,
Secretly a Nazi. Oh wait, I don't want to be reincarnated as that. Fantasy Nazis.
even worse than normal Nazis.
So that Ilbird dude, he's the dude that has like the shaved sides of head, and he's got white hair, right?
Dark skin,
Yeah.
cut across the face, little scar across the face.
Yeah, and like many other people in this game, unnecessarily pretty.
But attempted to be masculine. Obviously, he should be Alamegan looking.
He looks like he could punch you out and then pose.
Yes, that sounds. I think
And
we're
people
speaking
would
of the same
applaud.
person. Yes.
Anyway, yeah, I just saw him sussly whispering to somebody else, and it didn't say what they were saying. And I'm sus on him. He's gonna be a baddie, isn't he?
Don't be suspicious.
Mm-hmm. Don't be
Hold
suspicious. Wait, we don't want to get copyright striked. Damn it.
That's why I stopped.
Who's this Riol person? Is this a guy or a girl?
Riol,
Yes.
a dude.
He looks like a part of the Council of 13 dudes from Kingdom Hearts. He
That
has
is also accurate.
He
The perfect long blonde standing length hair.
with random pointy bits everywhere and a bit of a pompadour. And a scar across the eye and an eye patch and a face tattoo, all to be maximum edgy. Yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts, but it is an undeniable fact about Kingdom Hearts that it is fucking cringe. I feel like it's meant to be cringe too, a little bit.
Yeah, even though I own like all 10 games, so I bought them in like a big ass pack. I haven't bought myself to play any of them yet. Because if I know if someone walks in, I'm gonna go, "Ah, don't look at me in my shame!"
Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious. Nah, dude, they're alright. Oh, Ozma.
But for me, all the Final Fantasy and all the cringe stuff for me, it's fine. It's all the Disney stuff. It's like, "Oh no, it's not Mickey Mouse on my screen. You're lying."
I love Mickey Mouse.
it's
I mean, not Mickey Mouse. I
on!
love Disney. I hate Mickey Mouse. Recruit adventurers. Do you want to know a weird fact about the remake of Kingdom Hearts?
Tell me.
So, unlike many other remakes or remasters of games, when they tried to do that with Kingdom Hearts, they found the disc with all the source code on it, and it was fucked. So they had to remake like over 60% of the game, maybe more of it, like all the character models. They didn't just touch them up, they just remade them because they were fucked.
Oh snap.
Yeah. But I've played through, I think, like 3 of the games. I'm a little bit disappointed, though, because this is a big problem that I had with the 3DS, and still do to this day, is that people can't remaster the games on there because they're designed to use 2 screens, so it's just ruined. It's like they can't ever bring it back unless they're going to be bringing it back on something with 2 screens. You know, like the Wii U, that very, very well-received console that totally did great. Which would have done great if they started releasing like 3DS remakes on it. Like, if you could get Pokemon frickin' X and Y on Wii U, people would have been like, console Pokemon done. But they didn't do that. They squandered it. They squandered it hard.
Well, you could do the same thing with the Switch at the moment. If you could
Yeah, but
if
you'd have to use the TV as one of the screens and the handheld as the other screen.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but they won't because...
Stop bringing flaws to my plan. Nintendo, if you hear this, I want to patent it now.
But the reason I brought this up and why it's
Patent pending.
annoying is like there's a whole bunch of Kingdom Hearts games that they just released like cutscene compilations instead of the actual game itself. Like I think Dream Drop Distance was one of them, and one of them was like 300 and whatever the hell days.
365 over 2 days or whatever.
Yeah, and also they need to fire the person that writes the story a little bit and
The naming system.
Like I
I
know
thought Tails was bad, like, you know, because obviously Tails of blah blah blah, and here's the meaning behind this name. But it's just like, okay, at least it's got some kind of context. At least with this like 365 dot 2 days.
like you want a taste of how convoluted it is. So you know of Sora, right?
Yeah, the main dude. Yes.
Do you know of Roxas, I believe his name is?
Yes, he's the nobody to Sora.
Yeah. There's another version of Sora as well, because when you split a person, they split into a nobody and a something else that I can't remember. So there's 3 characters that are literally just Sora.
Oh my god.
But then you remember that there's a very large other cast, and guess what? They're all bits of each other. So that's part of why it's super convoluted. And then also just like the main bad guy, I can't remember his name, he's that yellow-eyed, having bald motherfucker.
Xenohort.
That kind of sounds right. I don't know, it's been a while since I played it. But anyway, it's like his overarching plan, when you're like, oh, okay, that's what the plan was. But then you're like, wait a second. If that's what the plan was, why didn't you just do this earlier? Or this earlier? These obvious things that you would have just... Yeah, it's dumb. So it's like unnecessarily convoluted. And that kind of really bugs me a lot. But overall, like, it's still a cheery story. I wouldn't be worried about playing it for the Disney aspects, man. If anything, actually, they're quite charming. The things that bother me, though, are like how they try and shoehorn Final Fantasy characters in and kind of screw them up. Like how they changed Squall into Leon for no reason whatsoever. And then they got Sid in there, except they made him have a massive beer gut and also be skinny fat through the rest of his body. So it's like, what the hell?
And also the fact that people seem to not get the fact that it was Final Fantasy, and when Remake was made, they were so excited that they actually got a Final Fantasy finally got a game from Kingdom Hearts.
If that happened, I did not see that, and if that happened, I am upset already.
I'll see if I can find it. Someone posted on one of the social medias, and I'm pretty sure it was not a joke. They're like, it's so glad that they finally done something with Cloud, like, gets its own game now, this is awesome.
I really hope that that person got appropriately shamed.
Off the internet forever. No, not forever, for like a week.
I'm with forever, because you have to be pretty fucking stupid. Man, I'm in here looking for these people to recruit, and I don't know where the fuck they are.
Well, you are talking about Kingdom Hearts fans.
Yeah, but like that encompasses a lot of people. And it's interesting because like a lot of people that I know that are the biggest fans of Kingdom Hearts, you wouldn't pick it. You really wouldn't. Okay, maybe there's one just outside here. Nope.
A fan or the person you're looking for?
I am looking for recruit adventurers in Revenant's Toll.
Oh, that was painful.
Yeah,
I feel like I've done this one, except...
You've done a similar quest before, yes.
I feel like we recorded a thing, and you guys were telling me where they're supposed to be here. And I think you guys, in retrospect, were talking about this quest.
Probably.
So when you're like, oh, go here, there's one up on the bridge. And I went up there and there wasn't one on the bridge. Except now in this quest there was one on the bridge. And I'm confusing myself further.
I get what you're saying, though. The instructions that we were giving you the first time were obviously for this lot that you're trying to find now.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I could give you good advice, Ark, I would say don't try and 100% Kingdom Hearts games. Just enjoy them. You'll have way more fun than doing that. Because 100% Kingdom Hearts 1, you need to do like 4 or 5 playthroughs, and it is
Jesus.
not fun. It's because in the beginning of the game, you got... Oh, here's the freaking guy. You got to choose like... Jeez, what is it? It's like a shield or something else. I can't freaking remember.
Oh yeah, the shield, the sword stuff.
It's really dumb. But later on, you get like jelly bean ships or whatever the hell they are, and that's really cool. I like that. And they vastly improved the battle system in the remake as well, so it's kind of a bit of a hack and slash. And the Sephiroth boss fight is equally hard as it is awesome. And it's pretty frickin' hard. Giggity.
Are they step siblings?
I think Kadaj and Sephiroth might be.
Oh yeah, he's fucking Kadaj is definitely the bottom-loving stepbrother.
What were the other ones? Yazoo and... I can't remember.
Yazoo, Kadaj,
Who was
Loz?
the Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Loz was the Nappa. Yazoo was the Raditz. And Kadaj was not Vegeta. He was Sasuke.
Yet fact.
Just crying forever. And I say that being a Sasuke fan too. But he was definitely a little bitch about it. So I'm at an allied perspective, by the way, Grim.
Okay.
Now, I know you have all of this memorized.
Yeah, all of it memorized. Like, you were just something about... You said allied what?
Perspective.
Allied perspectives.
An
Oh, yeah,
allied perspective.
Yep, that's the one before Steps of Faith.
Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty
Shit,
sure I'm
you're
about...
actually close.
That means we're about to do the final trial of ARR. Wow, I never thought I'd ever say that. Wow. We're about to get back to interesting content. Maybe we can stop talking about... Let's not stop talking about messed up stuff. That's the most fun. I think my favorite content is when we talk about messed up shit, because it's funny and embarrassing.
You do know I could be messing with you and you could have more trials.
If you're messing with me, you need to just not do that. Not after this many episodes. Not when I'm about to talk to Alphanord.
I guess you'll find out.
Yeah, well, it's just entered a cutscene, so I guess I fucking will. I gotta say, though... Oh, what were you saying, Ark?
I was gonna say, Grim, I see you haven't told him about Praetorium Part 2 yet.
Nope. I'll get fucked. I like the Praetorium, though. I just don't like having to redo it 1,000 times.
I just don't like not being able to skip cutscenes.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
I'm about to say, for considering how many quests you are away, I just unlocked bloody Hawkeye, so it's probably no point me trying to run it at the moment.
It's a voiced cutscene, so probably 20 minutes long. They're talking about the Crystal Braves, though, so that's a good sign. How long after this trial do I get to Ishgard? 20 more quests.
I think it's about 6.
Oh my god, I'm actually close. Ish. Close-ish to Ishgard. Oh, I can finally get a frickin' machinist and a death knight and an astrologian, which is a dumb name, by the way. Let's call it an astrologist.
It was 9. 9 quests.
I feel like a few of those will be pretty quick, though.
There's no Alphanord.
Maybe they'll all be quick.
Quest givers, there's no Alphanord, I should say. There's Minfilia, Tartaro, Minfilia, Unsettled Scholar, Minfilia, Momodi, and Horschiphant.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what you
Come on, Reborn. Don't talk to Alphanord like that. You know, if Alphanord wore the hood all the time with the little pointy mask, I think I'd like him even more. Because then he could have the reveal where he takes off the mask and everything, and he's just this pretty little elf boy, as opposed to just being this annoying little elf boy all the time that has a cool mask that he never wears. Hey Ark,
Yes.
you want Raborn's frickin' armor, don't you?
Yeah, oh god, yes.
I was just looking at it and how cool it was, and then I was like, I bet Ark would like to wear that.
Like, if I could somehow just get, like, yeah, some of that. I don't like the skirt that's attached to, but yeah, just like the big shoulder holder and just get them attached to another random piece of armor. Actually, no, I just
they'd
walk
count as
around,
gloves,
walk around
wouldn't they?
shirtless and then just have these big ass bull pauldrons on.
You would be able to walk around shirtless. You get the Emperor's clothes, and then you transmute it onto your, transmog it onto your clothes, and it's invisible. Did you not know about that?
Yeah, but I want to get it so it's like, I feel like the arms and then the shoulders, you wouldn't be able to get that as like a separate armor. I feel like that'd have to be a chest armor.
That's why every now and then, when you're in Duty Finder and stuff like that, you see people that are naked, but they're not actually naked. They were just wearing the Emperor's new clothes. Which is a really weird thing to call it.
Naked.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Arca. I dare say they will do so again.
I'm an elite adventurer. Sorry, I was responding to Reborn.
If I may, Your Grace.
Rawborn? Rayborn.
If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time,
Rawbanon.
dispatch a larger force to Ishgard.
Dispatch me to Ishgard. I want to go to Ishgard. Me! Nanamo, send me! She's asleep. With her eyes open. Yep, thought so.
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Roborn's like, something's up with you. I like him. He's my favorite, I think, out of all the NPCs. I do like Elfinord, though, and I do like Thancred. And Minfilia. A lot of the others are fairly ho-hum.
Is her Grace not feeling well?
Are you saying things, Ark?
No.
Okay.
I'm guessing Discord's doing that thing again.
Oh, I just didn't hear anyone talk for a while, and I looked over, and your Discord light was making lights. And that usually happens when you guys can talk and I can't hear you. But yeah, Discord has been being le bitch lately.
Except for Ark today.
Yeah, only me. Only I could get fucked today, thanks Discord. You know, I've got to admit, as much as Australian trash culture upsets me, and it does, I do love how willy-nilly we swear. Feels good, man.
No.
The assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durenda. Don't give me a name of something I cannot pronounce and that's the house I'm part of. Call it House D. Look at this angry dude, I like him.
House of the Step D.
No. Stepdaddy's giving you the Step D. Oh, this dude's got some cool freaking gear. Hell yeah. Alright. Speak with Marceline. Marceline? I prefer Marceline, it's a better name. At
On a side note,
Gates of Judgment.
praise Namazu.
Yes.
Oh yes, please, Namazo. We haven't
Always praise
actually gone
Namazu.
near him with a few episodes. Well, I haven't.
Haven't been back to Guild House in a while.
Slackers.
I mean, it's not like there's stuff to water or anything.
Yes. Not yet. Not yet.
No, there's never anything there. Why even bother? It's not like anybody spends money on it. Oh, man.
Twitch.
I can feel the salt. I can feel the impending assault.
On. Just call me your stepbrother.
That's a bit too salty. You're not supposed to go quiet after I describe the taste of semen.
Well,
But it helps with dramatic effect.
Made for awkward effect. That sounded like you were doing the Pornhub theme, except with a shotgun.
that's why it's stepbrother themed. What?
Yeehaw! Alright. Defeat
Party up.
the Dravian forces in White Brim. Where?
Oh, what?
I gotta go over to near Stone Vigil and kill some peeps. I get the feeling that this is gonna be a duty.
I don't think you should be having a duty now. Like, that seems like it's not the right...
Well, not a duty. What are those... What are the things that are not trials, that are not fates, that are not duties?
Instance? You mean just a solo instance?
No, where you just fight a thing alone and you have to leave parties to do it.
A duty?
I guess I'm going to be doing a duty. It says defeat Dravian forces with White Brim.
Are you sure that's the
Fiery Boy? Yep.
Are you sure that's main quest?
Yeah, the Fiery Boy.
Okay.
Did you know that there was a very well received petition that did not get fulfilled in Australia that included changing the names of fire ants into Spicy Boys?
Of course not. Because people are fucking lame.
Oh my god, I'm getting bitten by Spicy Boys. I would have frickin' loved if that... I'm glad that the dollary-doos didn't happen, because that's a little bit silly for my liking. But the Spicy Boys is perfect. Just silly enough.
Imagine all those bloody textbooks on ants that have to get recalled just because they're getting changed to bloody Spicy Boys.
Spicy Boys, previously known as fire ants. I would laugh every time I looked at that.
Can you imagine the Terminators? I can get rid of your Spicy Boys for you.
Terminators?
Yeah, fire ants you meant to call the government because of...
Oh, you mean exterminators. I was thinking of like T-1000s, man.
Didn't I say exterminators?
I only heard Terminators.
I heard Terminators.
Whatever. They both kill things. Anyway.
Come with me if you want the Spicy Boys to die. Or live?
I wonder if you eat them and they actually are spicy.
Yuck, I don't want to do that. Although I do like fire ants. Everybody acted like they hurt to get bit by, but it's the green ants that suck the most. They're the ones that you sit on, and then you get bitten by one or two, and then you have welts all over your butt. Whereas, like, fire ants, they'll bite you, but it doesn't really hurt. They're just the ones that they'll stick to you, and they won't let go. I always thought it was kind of cute. Look at you, all small and dumb and shit. You can't defeat me. And you just flick them off. They probably get fucked up when you do that, but, you know, they are trying to kill you, just failing to do so miserably. Poor Spicy Boys, they try so hard. I feel like if I was ever gonna have, like, an ant farm, I feel like I'd want it to be made out of those ones, fire ants. At least they're big enough to see what they're up to. What are you doing in there? Oh god. I do like what Final Fantasy XIV did with those Avises. You know, those grey dragon things?
Oh, yep.
Because they've been like a kind of running theme. A downy Avis, that's
Yeah.
just disrespectful.
Yeah, nice. That was my first thought when I saw that too. I was like, really? This is a thing?
For those that
Look at
don't
you.
know, downy is a derogatory term for people with Down syndrome. Oh, Horde Commander. Oh, dude, he's a chunky boy. Oh, I like his design. It's just a shame he wasn't shit. Bye, bye, bye. You know what I find hilarious? So
Sure.
you know how we're not allowed to talk about a certain virus?
Yeah.
Well, we're not supposed to, but we just kind of do anyway. So, for those that don't watch Game Grumps, when they talk about it, they refer to it as the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Oh my god.
And they've really stuck to it. Oh,
The-
man.
Bat Street Boys?
Backstreet Boys.
For Bat Street.
Do you know what the Backstreet Boys are? What kind of millennial are you?
No, for the Bat Street Boys.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I think Ark prefers the Fap Cave Boys.
Boy, individual, singular.
He just like puts his jizz sock over his head. Not you, like
Yeah.
Fap Man.
If you get in there, you'll get a prize.
I smell justice and semen. Steps of Faith. This kind of seems like
That's
something
the
important.
one.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we're only halfway through the episode too.
Invitees.
Stop pointing at me, you mofo. Steps of Faith. Wow. The last instance of ARR. Holy bejesus. I can't believe we did it. We're almost there.
I know, right?
I
Fuck,
can't wait to
seriously.
never ever play ARR's post-game. Ever, ever again. I will pay money to skip it.
So when they do the revamp of what gets cut out, who's gonna do it? Fuck. What?
Oh, I'm a little tempted. No, actually,
No.
because at this rate, I don't like. I still haven't been able to get my big character across.
The question is though, will
Ooh,
it
that's
cut?
cool.
Will it change the content at all, or is it just cutting content?
I think it's just going to make some of the stuff not mandatory, is what they're going to do.
So, like a lot of the post-game quests will just get locked behind like blue plus quests instead.
Yeah. And I'm
Cool.
fine with that. It should have been like that from the get-go. I would have been happy to do it then. Oh, dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, synchronized roll guards. Oh man.
Is it just this boss fight?
Yep.
Well, holy shit. And also, oh my god! That's awesome! How do we kill it? How do we fight it? Do we just attack its fingernails?
Yep.
Alright, I'm
And
down.
stab the feet.
Oh,
And there'll be some ads every now and again that we gotta try and clean up too.
here's some ads. I will be on ad duty. That way I feel like I'm helping.
So will I. So I too feel like I am helping.
The Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Still makes me laugh. I got Umper onto Unisonus the other day.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever watched any of that?
Nope.
No. I know what
Okay.
it is though, just haven't bothered.
Well, I'll clue Grim in. So you know of Markiplier, right? You've at least heard his name.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's
Would
pretty
never
cool.
clue what it is.
What it is. He's a dude. He's a YouTuber. Pretty big
Yeah,
one.
but
Anyway,
what does he do?
Anyway, there's this other dude called Ethan, who's from Crank Gameplays, who I've known for a while. Admittedly, I unsubscribed when he did something recently. You want to know what it was that he did?
Yes.
What?
Okay, so he deleted all of his videos and then he re-uploaded them except he made them all public on the same day. So everybody's subscription box was just every one of his videos. So I unsubscribed so I could see all of the other videos. I've resubscribed now, but like that was super annoying. He needs to never do that ever again. And nobody else should ever do it either. Because spamming everybody's subscription box, pretty uncool. But anyway, he's a pretty cool dude aside from that. So, have you guys ever seen the Power Hours? So it's like, people like essentially just make a show where they're just doing random shit with a friend.
Yeah.
Have you seen Good Mythical Morning? Stuff like that?
No.
Okay, well, Ethan from Crank Gameplays and Markiplier made one called Unus Honus, and Unus Honus is Latin for 1 year, and the whole point of it is that they are going to be deleting the channel a year after it was created, and every day they're going to upload one video to it, every single day. So those videos get like millions of views each, so they're going to be making out like bandits, right? Oh, get behind the cannons. But unlike places like, say, Game Grumps and Good Mythical Morning and stuff, Mark and Ethan, because they know they're going to delete it, kind of give less of a fuck. So, like, straight up, the first video is cooking with sex toys.
Excellent.
And they literally just go there and spend like $1,000 and buy all these sex toys so they can make like bacon and eggs and pancakes and stuff. And they've got like spank paddles, and they're using them as spatulas.
If you want to see Arc myself or Shade play games with dildos bashing our keyboards, like, comment, subscribe down below. We gotta, you know.
Because that's gonna be an interesting conversation to have with Lady Grim. Babe, I need to go buy some toys for the
Us.
channel.
It's for the boys.
Should be okay with it.
At least my friends will be like, yo, this is what I'm doing it for. And it'll be like, okay, awesome. What do you plan on doing with it afterwards?
Sorry, babe. I gotta go buy some plastic dicks for the boys.
Dicks out for the boys.
I don't think she'd say no. I really don't.
I mean, I know she wouldn't say no, but it's still the interesting question of how having that conversation when the kids aren't around. I mean, you couldn't just pull that up in the middle of a Woolworths now, could you?
Sounds like a challenge to me.
And you're the one that works at Woolworths, so if anything, it's a challenge to you.
I know, I want to see it happen at mine, specifically. Just, babe, gotta go buy some toys for the boys. Walk on out.
It was pretty funny too, because they were like, he got a cordless drill and drilled it into the end of a dildo, and then used that dildo to like stir up the eggs before he turned it into an omelet. So yeah.
I approve.
But they hit the halfway mark of the year, so there's only 6 months left until they delete everything.
Oh, holy crap.
So I got Oompa sold on the concept, and then I made him watch a couple of episodes, and he's like, alright, this is pretty freaking good. Because they know they're going to delete it, they're less worried about episodes being taken down. So it's way funnier, and way less censored. But yeah, if anybody watching this hasn't seen before, check out Unus Honus, and if it's gone, well, you were too late. And like all things in life, everything has to end.
Yes, it does.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of Grimm's life. And also our lives.
And everyone's life.
Man, I haven't heard of that in a long, long time. That's like the thing they say before they started Days of Our Lives.
It is.
Can I use the limit break?
No.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Like, you're probably not gonna get comms if you do, but do what you want.
I don't think I got to use it. I think somebody else used it as I clicked it.
Done and dusted.
He was whining like a little bitch.
Like a little bitch.
We had a cool looking group.
2 gunbreakers, 2 white mages,
And a
red
couple of
mage,
white
a
dogs.
ninja, a machinist, and a samurai.
Player commendations, we'll give it to... Well, the tank is gone, so I guess I'll give it to the hero reluctantly. No, I'm just kidding.
I got a 1 com, that was better than nothing, I guess.
I got no comms. I didn't do much though.
Oh, I got 3 comms.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
No, I'm just kidding, I got none.
Got me excited and everything.
That was an interesting little boss battle. I wonder if they'll do a hard mode for it.
Nope.
Bam, bam. So this is the lead up to Ishgard, finally. Oh my god, it's only been like frickin' 18 episodes of this crap. Oh my god, that dude actually looks old! Oh, and I bet it's because this is the beginning of the DLC. Dude, I saw a dude with face wrinkles and shit. It stood out like a sore thumb. Yeah, dude, these people have like textured faces and shit. It's like immediate. As soon as you end ARR content, suddenly people don't look all sexy and shit. Except for Estinian, also known as Einstein.
Alright, Grim, you want to run Hawkeye?
But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions?
I'm currently in a duty.
Battle of Slaughter.
You dirty slut. How dare you?
Oh man, Estinian's just friggin' reading Nidhogg to filth.
Right.
He's just like, what, are you a bitch and you just want your friends to all die because you're a coward? Then he just smiles. All while the dude is sleeping, and then jumps away. Because that's what dragons do best. They leap. Leapy boys.
They jump. Jumpy boys.
Man, I wish they named Fire Ants Spicy Boys. It would make us. It would set the whole tone for a country that's better than Australia.
Spice boys.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Hey there, spicy boys.
I wonder if there's like a coincidence between my health getting better and me eating less spicy food. Because I used to drench stuff in sriracha.
I think it's just the chicken palmy you had for dinner.
And that just made me sore because it was so much food.
That was stretching his mouth so hard it was splitting his lips.
It's not gonna. It didn't stretch my mouth, but it might stretch my butt.
No, it'll come out like a pancake just fine.
And if you've got butt lips, like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, if you've got butt lips, you need to go to a doctor. I believe they call those, like, hemorrhoids.
But on the way to the doctor, like, comment, and subscribe.
And let Shay know you're in the same boat.
Man, when I was in high school, which is secondary school over in America, but when I was in high school, there was a few people that thought, like, hemorrhoids was an STD. I only just remembered that. And that doesn't make me happy to remember that so many people are just so dumb. There was a kid that was literally called Period Kid. Because he had heard about periods and decided that he had already had his, so he was more grown up than other people.
Wait. I feel like I'm missing a core component. And did he identify as a woman at any point?
No, he was a little dude. He bullied my sister. I actually beat the shit out of him one time.
You beat up the period kid.
I did, except I didn't, like, punch him. I just kind of picked him up, and I was like... Because this little kid unscrewed a bunch of sharpener blades, stuck them in an eraser, and was throwing them at my sister. So I just walked up, grabbed him by the shirt, lifted him off his feet, off the ground, and I was like, if you do anything like that or go near my sister again, I'll fucking destroy you. And I just chucked him, and he landed, like, on the ground, and I still feel bad about it to this day, because he bumped his head on the concrete. I was like, oh, that was a bit overkill, like, I didn't mean to do that. I was just kind of...
Oh, yeah, giving out this nice speech about defending your sister. Oh, his head on the concrete, and I felt so bad.
Nah, dude, it made a noise. Like, it was like, oh, man, I fucked him up.
I accidentally clotheslined a guy in high school once and like either broke his nose or gave him like a real bloody nose. I don't remember how bad it was.
That's pretty funny.
Because he was being a fuckwit and just running around on the concrete and shit. Because he was one of those kids who just like was always on his like bike or his scooter, like you just one of them. And he's just like, oh, look at me. I just put my arm out and just like
Look at
full,
me.
like full, like all body motion stopped. Legs went up into the air, full planking motion before he hit the ground. But then somehow still landed on his face. But the point is, lots of blood, and I'm just like, oh, buddy, you'll be right. We just don't need to tell anybody. Yeah, man, no, we'll be right. She's fat, man. Oh, yeah, that's all right. You do you. That, my friends, is an example of 10 charisma being put to great effect.
So wait, you clotheslined him and then got him to not tell on you.
Yes.
Oh man, what the fuck? That guy was a simp for you.
He was. He really was.
I
Not
do
the same
feel
person I usually talk about either. This was someone different.
I did feel bad about smashing that little period kid dude, because I was just gonna chuck him on the ground. The whole idea was him to be like, that dude just lifted me off the ground and threw me away like trash. Instead, I threw him on the concrete and he fucking smashed his head. So I was like, well, that's the equivalent of smashing him on the head with a brick. So that's a bit overkill for me. That's why I felt bad. I was like, oh, I didn't mean to fucking. This kid was like 4 years younger than me, man. It was bad enough that I was holding his shirt, yelling at him. He was already shitting himself. But you don't fucking put sharpener blades in an eraser and throw them at girls because you're a weird little incel kid that goes around trying to be more mature than others by spouting how you've already had your period. So fucking weird, man. Fucking kids. But nah, I didn't generally pick on people either. I was more like friends with a bunch of nerds, and they got picked on, so I'd have to go stand up for them all the time. And people were kind of sketchy on me because this was before emo was a thing, so I just had long black hair and shit, and then everybody thought for some reason that I was, like, walking around with an Uzi in my bag or something because people were afraid of goths, which I wasn't. I just liked metal and getting stoned. But they're like, oh my god, goths, they just want to kill everybody. It's like, you guys don't know what a fucking goth is.
It's like, doesn't matter what I want to wear. I still want to kill a lot of you.
The funny thing was, people were like, you're goth, right? And I'm like, the Cure's alright.
Oh, I've had that question a few times in my life. You're goth. Especially in high school. So I had a couple of people that are like from the quote unquote popular clique that got concerned that I was going to wear some kind of makeup there. And I was like, if you keep it up, I will.
Emo didn't become a thing until like a year after I finished school. So it was like a really stark contrast from being like a metalhead stoner who people were like, oh my god, he's a goth, stay away from him, he'll fucking kill you, to, it's an emo, get him! So it was like a good thing that I was into metal and had a long history of having to defend myself and others, because then people would think that I was this little emo kid and come to have a go, and then realize they shouldn't have done that. Oh god, I hated high school, man. People are so fucking stupid.
Yes.
Are you a high school teacher or a primary school teacher?
High school.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Nah, that'd be fun.
I was, when I was studying to become a teacher, I was going to become a primary school teacher, and I was going to be mentored by my girlfriend's mother at the time, who was like one of the main English teachers, and she'd been there for ages. So I was a shoo-in. I would have had a career laid out for me, much in the way that you kind of had yours laid out for you.
Yeah, except
Rest
I made
in
my
peace,
own.
wifey.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny, though.
It is.
I mean, it's not like you as a team don't benefit anyway, but it's still pretty funny. It sucks, though, from her perspective, definitely. And basically the story, without going into too much detail or saying names, is Grim got a job as a teacher, and he got it way faster than his wife did. And that may have had something to do with gender.
Just a little bit.
So bad.
It's like a lotto. Like, it's a little, but it's a lot to do with it.
Yeah, sexism's messed up, but like at the same time as she got screwed sexism-wise, family-wise as a unit, you having that job way quicker just kind of is a win chalked up for the family.
Yep.
It's still hella insulting though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I think I only find it funny because it's fucking harsh, man. Who is this dude? Hoary Boulder.
He's a scion. Well, he becomes a scion at some point.
Well, aside from looking like a fucking murderer, or like the guy that is Carnage, whatever his name is, Cassidy, went to a gym and never left. He also kind of looks like a dude from Skyward Sword. Fuck, can't remember that guy's name. He's like the... Oh, I've got 2 main quests. Unexpected Ambition. And we are where we are needed. So if I finish these, that'll be 4 quests that I've finished, I think, since we just did that thing. And you said I had 9 quests, right? So that means there will be 5 left.
What did you say you're on?
I'm on 2. I'm on An Unexpected Ambition and Where We Are Needed.
Okay, well, Unexpected Ambition is 2 after Steps of Faith, but We Are Needed's 4 after, so I'm confused.
I just got handed both of them at once.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, what... I'm trying to remember the name that this hoary boulder dude... By the way, a great name. Reminds me of from Skyward Sword. He's like the Hercule of the Skyward Sword world. He's trying to mac onto Zelda, but Zelda's into you. Oh man, I'm gonna be so bummed out when I have to play Skyward Sword on the channel.
Then just don't.
I have to, man. It's a major entry, and technically the first in the entire Zelda timeline, chronologically. But it is really fucking... It just drags, man. It drags so fucking long. And it's also just not very good. Like, they made it... That was... You know how in Breath of the Wild your weapons can break?
Yeah.
Well, in this one, your shield breaks, and often. And then you need to traverse across the entire frickin' world again, and then collect all of the frickin' bits and pieces that you need to rebuild your shield, and it's expensive. And not only that, but if you pick up a green rupee, you know how it'll be like, you've picked up a green rupee, it is worth 1 rupee. It goes into that little screen where you're holding it in your hand.
Yes.
And you save and quit, it will do that again when you pick up a green rupee, except it'll do that for every item you pick up. So it's like, you've picked up a feather, blah 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 blah, and then it'll show you where in your inventory it goes, except it'll do that for every single thing that you can pick up in the game. You picked up a bomb. I've picked up a bomb before, I'm at the end of the game. Yeah, but you save and quit, so now I'm going to tell you about it again. It just wastes your fucking time so fucking often. It is really fucking hard to get through, man. It just drives me fucking crazy. I feel like the first time I played it as well, I didn't really know that you didn't really need a shield. You can just be like, fuck the shield. Just keep going on. There are points where you need a shield, but like... I feel like the first time I ever played it, and I haven't finished it, I gave up on that shit, but the first time I ever played it, I just kept rebuilding my shield when it broke, and then I'd go and do a little bit more, and then my shield did break again. I'd be like, this is fucking impossible. So fucking bad. That said though, still looks really good. But plays like absolute garbage.
Looks great. Plays like ass.
Speaking of games that involve swords, did you see what old Dr. Pete Hines said to someone on Twitter?
No.
That may or may not have been asking a question about the new Elder Scrolls.
No.
He's like, a fan was basically like, "Hey, when are we gonna get some more news on the next Elder Scrolls?" And he's like, "Expect it in like 5 years," like pretty like broadly like that.
Ah.
And then the person was like, "Oh, great, here we go," or something like that, something like sarcastic or something like that. And he snapped at him, Pete Hines. He was like, "Oh my god, you freaking people are impossible. Enjoy your disappointment." That's what he said.
Fuck.
Pete Hines is a fucking moron, dude. He's probably good at his job, but dude needs to not handle PR.
Yeah,
all.
get him off PR. But that's obviously why Todd usually does it, because he can fucking squirm one over on everyone
Yeah.
before they realize.
Yeah, he's... Don't let him do PR either. He helps them get away with their shit. Whereas, like, Pete Hines doesn't have the patience to make up bullshit excuses for the crappy actions. The thing...
Just let me do what I want.
They tend to release a game every 3 or so years, though. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a Fallout game or a Elder Scrolls game, because they've got like BioShock and all of that shit. They're always working on something. But they announced the next Elder Scrolls 3 years ago. Don't announce something and then just leave it for 5 years. Announcing something is like saying, we're working on this. And they've had to make a public statement now being like, we're gonna be working on this. We're actually working on Starfield. And I don't know how to feel about Starfield. You know, it's a new game series. It might be really good, but it might suck. I hope it doesn't suck.
It's not the gameplay that's worrying me, it's more the business side and the monetization and all that. That's what got me concerned.
What have you read? What have you heard?
No, I haven't read anything so far, but I'm saying that's what I'm going to be worried about, if anything.
Yeah, Bethesda, sure haven't done themselves any favor with their monetization styles. Good to know, though, that they're making seasons free. At least the first season free.
Yeah, the first 3.
I think that's a massive thing because of the backlash they had from people going, "What do you mean it's not going to be free for everything?"
Well, it's about freaking time they started listening to the backlash. If they listened to the backlash in the get-go, Fallout 76 would be a beloved family favorite by now. If they listened to people being like, hey, you haven't released this yet and it's a beta test, but this thing is error, this thing is a glitch, and this thing is broken, and then they fix those things before launch, you wouldn't have people bitching over a year after launch about a problem that's been there since before the game was launched. But instead, they just ignore people. And as Pete Hines said in an interview pretty recently with Greg Miller, he just doesn't listen to negative criticism. Like, negative criticism can still be constructive criticism. Don't just only listen to the yes men. That's why things are going badly. But it seems like the backlash might keep things on the straight and narrow. I was worried that they were going to bring out Wastelanders. And then they're going to be like, there's your fan service, now give us your money again, come on.
Oh, see, I wasn't even that optimistic. I honestly thought they were going to put Wastelanders behind the Fallout First fucking subscription.
I wouldn't have been surprised, to be honest. But, oh. The Lost City of Ampador. It seems like... I'm not going to say they learned their lesson. I don't think that they've learned their lesson.
They're learning.
I feel like they're learning that good faith equals more people playing, which equals more money. Stand guard as the scholar takes measurements, so I run away from the scholar shit. Am I literally just sitting here while he just fucks around, writes some shit down?
Essentially.
Oh, there's a destination. I'm a numpty. I don't like being a numpty. Oh, there's the hostile presence. Wow, that's hilarious. I wonder if I buckle down and get as many of these quests done as possible. If we can
We're not gonna squeeze it in this episode, if that's what you're wondering.
No, but close. So that way, the next episode that we do is
Next
Vishap.
episode you should probably have it in the bag either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Oh my god. That's insane. I can't wait to never do all of this crap ever again. Actually, no. I'm actually excited for new, engaging content that isn't fucking boring. Like, I've only been scanning what the people say because I already know what's happening. They're just drawing it out as much as they possibly can with padding. But I'm looking forward to them being like, here's some crap that matters. It's gonna lead to bosses and trials and shit. And me being like, ooh, I want that Omega weapon gear. That sounds awesome. I really do want that Omega weapon gear. I saw Arcs and it looked really good. I don't know what mine looks like. I have no idea what Grimm's looks like, but what if it's awesome?
Then it will be awesome.
I'm curious to see what other kind of, because Omega is endgame Stormblood, so I'm curious to see what other endgame Stormblood gear is out there, and like from there onwards.
Wait, is Omega Stormblood? I thought Omega was... Oh wait, no. Never mind. For a second I confused Stormblood with Shadowbringers. I was like, Omega's like level 80? No, never mind.
No, 70.
Which is still good, because that means as a transmog he'll still be relevant, whereas the Magitech gear will not be. One thing I would love in this game is if it catalogued every piece of armor you've ever picked up, right?
Yeah.
And instead of having to transmog a piece of armor onto something, if you just used transmog and you could choose from your catalog of stuff you've already picked up, so you don't
That was
have
the
to use
one
space.
good thing about DC Universe, is like, because obviously superheroing was always getting that look, was always like fucking paramount. Is that, yeah, every piece of armor you ever wore had like a style piece attached to it, so if you just wanted to change anything up, you could change from your list on the go. Like helmets, fucking chest piece, gloves, fucking weapons, weapon effects, capes, back pieces, all that sort of shit.
It was a good time while I played it.
Like by the end of it, I had this mix of like a Red Lantern, Red Hood combo.
Ooh.
So it was like Red Hood helmet, Red Hood chest, and it was like the proper classic chest, like the Red Hood, like the Rebirth classic.
I am a
then it
fan
had-
of Atrocitus and the Red Lanterns,
But
that's for sure.
Then I got Krona's battery pack, dyed it red, so then it was all just like pumping through full of red. And then I was using, I think I either had pistols or I had something else, but I had them as red energy fucking constructs. And then yeah, like Red Hood pants, and then I think I had slightly like nicer boots. It was just that nice perfect mix. I was like, yes, this makes me happy. And I was playing as a Red Lantern, which, funnily enough, another tank.
That is pretty funny.
And God, did tanking suck in DC.
I would know, because I was DPS, as always.
Well, because I was always like so sick of like the queue times and shit. So it was always just like, oh no, I'll try something different finally. Get me into them queues faster, get my dailies done and all that sort of shit.
You know what we should never do? We should never do another really big MMO.
Aww.
Not a really big one. This one has 3 expansions, man. Like, I don't want to be like, hey...
Yeah, no, that's like 5, 6, 7, 8 expansions and then a whole bunch of minis.
Oh man, that's like $300 worth of content.
Yeah, but if you sub, you can just get to have access to it all at once without buying it.
If we're gonna do ESO, then...
It'll be
let me
rephrase. We can't have multiple MMOs at once. We will die.
If we were ever gonna do another MMO, I'd be okay with ESO. I was gonna lead up and say if we were gonna do another MMO, like from a perspective of like what was important as MMOs, I'm not gonna say World of Warcraft. I was gonna say we should do something like Ragnarok Online, but I couldn't be bothered doing it.
No, a
It's
part
just
of me
nearly
wants to do
impossible.
SWOTR. Like, it does, but the engine I think is going to be too outdated for me to handle now.
You should do it with Grim. And
No,
not
you're
me.
coming along too. If 2/3 is here, you're coming along with.
I cannot express how much I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. It has been oversaturated for over a decade now. It's like that. Remember when Harry Potter came out and it was like the fan base went so crazy that you were just like, oh my god, just stop it. Except it never stopped.
Yeah, that's fine. I was like, it never stopped. What are you talking about?
My daughter still reads Harry Potter.
I'm talking about, it was a reference to Star Wars. Because when Harry Potter came out, the first movie, people were lined up around the block and then around the other block to watch that movie. And then when they finished it, they bought another ticket and they got back in line. And there I am, trying to watch some sort of horror movie or some shit with some chick that I was hooking up with at the time. And it's just like, I can't watch my movie because these people are rabid. And Star Wars is that, except every year and every day. And I like Star Wars. I just would put it like 4th or 5th on my list of things that are sci-fi that I like.
And even that's got like bloody God knows how many expansions now. Like, I was up to date till about like 4 or 5 years. 4 years ago.
I would rather go back to Dragon Ball Online than do Old Republic.
Jeez. Actually, has there been any news on that with the reset and all that sort of crap?
No. Why even announce it if you're not going to do it, right?
Exactly.
They announced it in a way where they were like, you guys only have a month left to play it before it all goes kaboom. And so we were like, quick, let's get these freaking episodes out of the way. We did 10 episodes, 10 hours worth. Or was it 20? No, it was 10. We got the Dragon Balls, and we called Shenron, and then we stopped playing because we thought it was all going to get reset. Because we didn't want to get too far, because then we'd have to replay the whole game again.
Yes, because the whole point is you like had your level up from child to adult quest at level 30, and all that sort of shit, so there would be no point doing any of that if we just had to get reset.
Oh god, they just need to hurry up and do it. Because I'm pretty sure the way that they're doing it is killing the community, because people don't want to play it because they're just going to lose all their progress because it's going to be reset. So they're losing all of their players that are playing right now, who are just going to go play something else.
Yeah.
And then when they do finally do the reset, people will be like, oh, all my progress, and they'll lose more players again. And also, it's like a 12-year-old game now, so it doesn't look that great. It actually looked pretty good compared, considering that it's a browser game.
Yeah, it just needs better fucking, servers and shit, because obviously that's where I usually was feeling it. It was like on all the FPS drops and all that sort of shit.
I think that was the whole point of doing the deletion. They were going to delete it because there's so many bot accounts that they'd get rid of all the bot accounts, which would fix the in-game economy and would remove the insane amount of moderation that all of their staff has to undertake to ban people that are just actually bots. It's like they'd get a fresh slate. And it's like, okay, I'm down for the fresh slate. The flesh slate. I'm down for a fresh slate. When can we play? And they're like, and that was the last bit of news. It's a shame too, because I was enjoying playing it. It's just I don't want to go playing it right now, and coincidentally, that be the moment where they're like, now we'll do it. It's like, oh,
yeah,
fucking hell.
Or you'll just get to 30, get your adult quest, and reset.
Or not even that. You'll get to level 29.
Yeah, just accept the quest. Go to start doing. No.
They won't even announce it. They'll just do it, and then you're just fucked. I bet that's what happened. I wonder if Reach is here dancing. It's been a while since I logged on. There he is!
Yeah, he's still going, man. He's still going.
Oh, God. Okay. When I end this episode, I'm gonna dance with Reach.
Do it.
No, actually, I gotta go pray to Namazu. I need to start ending episodes like that. The patron saint. The deity of our FC. I nearly called it a GC.
Namazu, bubble, bubble, bubble.
He only accepts coins and booty. And when I say booty, I do not mean treasure. Although it is a treasure to him. Namazu slaps. Where's this motherfucker? Search for Tataru in the Arcanist Guild. Is he downstairs? Is there a downstairs?
Yes, there is a downstairs.
Oh, I forgot about Angry Tank. Man, I need to start logging on more. Since I'm so close to the end now, we can probably do the final stretch to Ishgard tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my god, yes, I might actually start playing again. We should do some Fallout too, because I'm feeling it. Oh wait, no, we gotta do some Dank Souls. Finish up the
Vanilla story at least.
Yeah, then we can go to Fallout again. Oh yes, Fallout. One of these days though, when Grim can't do it for the night, except you're down to record Arc, we should go and finish Neo.
Oh, dude, we got way too many. That's gonna take multiple sessions still.
I'd say like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
We're God tier, remember? Like, almost joke level powerful.
Oh yeah, but
The enemies can still kill us, but we'll still fuck them up though. If we're careful, everything dies. I destroyed the last boss like he was nothing. I should put that episode up, actually. It's been there for a while.
Because I was trying to muck around, I think, on like the opening stage on like New Game Plus or something, and yeah, it was just like getting my shit handed to me. It's just like, yeah.
Oh, like even at max level and everything.
Well, with all my stats and shit and whatever build, I'm just getting handed. I even just by normal enemies, not even talking bosses.
Jesus.
Alright, well, I'm at Namazu. If you want to wrap this bad boy up, or
I am just finishing off one more quest that I've nearly finished. We're not that far over. We're a little over. Not as far as the last episode, though. On the plus side,
Almost finished guard.
this episode didn't devolve into clone fucking,
Yet.
furries,
Yet.
There's still a minute or two.
Billie Eilish, Eilish,
Irish.
Billish Ivory,
Irish Irie.
Oh, what's something else fucked that we've talked about?
Bad dragons.
Oh,
That'll come in Ishgard.
that was the one. That was the
Yeah,
one I
we'll
was thinking
save
of.
that till we get into the really balls deep into the church arc.
Oh my god.
Or just ball deep in arc.
Well, Arc
That
balls
too.
deep in them.
That has also happened.
And that's only if he's strapped beach balls to his toes.
Oh,
What do they call that weird fetish? Where it's like the idea of being tiny and inside someone?
Vor.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I
That's-
think so.
That's
Pretty sure.
weird shit, man. What the fuck?
You said it pretty confidently, Arc.
We're talking like
Straight away.
Oh my god.
because I spent too much time on 4chan. Unfortunately, that has come up in too many B threads too many times.
Oh my god, I turned my back on 4chan a long time ago.
So did I, but I remember like one of the first few times going in there, it's like, all by myself at home on 4chan, it's like bloody fucking 1 a.m. in the morning and you're on B/, hoping no one's coming out of their room. You're just like, oh yeah, what's going on? You're like, what's that? What's that? And then you go, I don't want to click on what's that anymore.
I remember when it was just funny trolling. And then it just turned into a bunch of pedophiles. And that was when I was like, okay, the funny doesn't outweigh the shit that I can't unsee.
Yeah.
And I just bailed.
And that was pretty much where I was at, pretty much just as I
Whoa.
turned 18, 19, I think.
Whoa, these freaking jellyfish look awesome. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just got to the point where it was like 4chan really started to seem like the worst of humanity. And which was a shame.
Mate, do you want to see the asshole of the internet? It's like,
Oh, there's worse places than 4chan, man. Have you been on the dark web? Don't go on the dark web.
Fine.
You don't want to go there. It is not good. It's either scams or I'll put it this way, you're not going to come across stuff unless you're looking for it. But if you find an umbrella term like porn, you will find everything and you don't want to. I've only been on the deep web like 6 or 7 times. By the way, really good place to find things that how can I put this, like, with it still being legal, games that are not sold in stores. That's a nice way to put it. Don't pirate games, kids. But aside from that, yeah, it is just non-stop insane conspiracy theories from like real butt monkeys. People that are like, yeah, so 9/11 wasn't a hoax. The real hoax is oxygen.
Oh my
It's
God.
poison. Just like insanity, pure insanity. And then they're like, donate bitcoins.
Just like 5G causing coronavirus.
Oh God.
Yeah, but those people.
Where you at? You gonna come to Namazu or am I wrapping up?
I'm handing this quest in right now. Well, I will be in a moment.
Ark needs to make PP, and if we don't do it, I'm just gonna do it in the episode.
Dude, it's gonna be like a minute.
Don't even care. It's about to burst.
Please don't do that.
Like a golden river.
I've heard you before, and Grim has heard you before, but let's not make that a thing in the episode too.
Let's not make our
Scar is only in real life, not
Our
in the
bowel
recording.
movements.
Yeah, let's not expose the viewers to that.
This isn't
They
a
don't need to be traumatized.
this isn't a P ASMR channel.
Not yet.
If you want that,
Don't take me laughing immediately as confirmation that you should do that. Please don't do that. Okay, yeah, I just gotta go to the Arcanist Guild. Alright, that's easy done. And then I'll go to Namazu and we're good. And I'm already in Limsa, so it's not that far away. You know where the Arcanist Guild is.
Like a golden river.
Stop it!
Imagine all of them are, but instead of blue,
If you
just yellow.
if you think about it, it's gonna make it worse.
I can't help it. I've been like this for the last half an hour as it is.
Oh my god, why didn't you tell us to just pause the episode or something?
I just was too lazy to get up.
Oh, actually, no, I can relate to that. I am often like, oh, I really need to go to the toilet, but later.
Like, number of times, like, I'll get home and I'll get to bed and I'll be like, oh yeah, sweet, lay down, and I'm just like, why can't I sleep? It's like 2 hours later. Oh, I should probably go to the toilet. Yeah, out like a light.
Oh, the worst thing is like when you're like, I really need to pee, and then you're like, if I just leave it, I'll wake up earlier. And it does work, but it's not a good time to wake up into.
no.
My favorite kind of waking up is when you're like, am I even awake? And then you pick up your phone and read a bunch of shit for ages, and you're like, okay, now I'm awake.
No, I don't get that. I just wake up instantly.
Fuck, I can't do that.
I hate it. It's the fucking worst.
I take a long fucking time to get going in the morning. I literally have to read stuff, or I'll just fall asleep again. Oh, don't give me that shit. Where's the person that's giving me my... Oh, there you are. Give me my main quest so I can go to Namazu. By the way, Grim,
Yes.
when this little fucker stops talking, the quest is Ancient Ways, Timeless Wants.
Ancient Ways, Timeless Wants.
How far away from Ishgard?
Is that the only quest you have?
Yes.
5, because you've done the least among us. I think you said you did before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel like I did other ones though, so there maybe like ones that are set after that I've already actually done.
Maybe.
Because it seems like they just give them out of order. But that's alright, that's only a couple. Now, where am I? I guess we're jumping on embarrassing mounts. Alright, let's have a look. What have I got? Wait, is that what Grim's on? No, Grim's on Jesus Pony. Alright. Jesus Pony. You can wrap up if you want, Ark.
Good. Alright, you're in your mode. Yep, your little camera symbol. Alright, so things are done. We are a knot hair away from Ishgard. Shade's finally happy.
Have you got a fishing rod with a cabbage on it? Is that
Yeah.
Kyoshl Greens with a fishing rod?
That's how I make him run, and then when I make him fly, I pull out a different stick with cake on it, and then he just goes rabid, and then that's how you make him fly.
Oh my god. That is the best shit ever.
Right. So, next episode, hopefully we can actually wrap up, and hopefully we can end up in Ishgard by the end of it. Like, we're actually saying that for realsies this time.
Oh,
like,
new
for
thumbnail.
realsies.
New thumbnail
Yes,
too.
new thumbnail time. So, if you like what you've seen here, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, until the next ep of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Arky Sam, with me Shade and Grim, and you are on DudeGoBack. Peace.
Bye.